Hi, so now we're going to start program number 6, which is introducing selection statements. The first selection statement it's going to introduce is the if statement. The if statement is common in every language I've ever programmed in, so I assume it's in them all. So it's really important that you concentrate on this section because you will need to understand this piece of code. Right, so reading program 6, the first thing we need to do now is create a new project. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to call it program 6 iGCSE. Good, so the familiar format now you should recognize from my other videos. So we're going to start, and I'm going to quickly kind of create this form. I don't want to speed too much, I'm just going to do it, so you should be able to do it at similar speeds. So I've created the form now, as you saw. A few mistakes along the way, but as you see, it's all ready now. So now I'm going to look at the code, where you can see there that there's lots of good advice here with the pseudocode for the command calc result. So I'm just going to now double click on the result button. I've labeled it something a little bit different. I've named it CMD result. So first thing I'm going to do is run my code. Right, we're ready to go. First thing I need here is something to define the mark. So I need a variable that's going to hold the mark. The mark will no doubt be a number, and it will not be a decimal, so I'm going to use integer, and I'm going to call it mark. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the mark. So mark is going to be equal to the val of txt mark.txt. You'll notice that code being very similar to the programs before. So now we have to define whether the mark is above or below 50%. In this example, 50% is a fail, and over 50 or more is a pass. So I write if mark is less than 50, or I can do what's written in the code there, greater than or equal to 50, then I go to the next line. You can see that the computer automatically puts in an end if and indents the cursor. Indent is moving it in one place. I'm going to say text. I'm going to slightly change the code that's in the book here. Text grade.txt is equal to pass. And then I'm going to stick in an alternative, or else. So the text grade.txt is equal to fail. So let's just read through this code. It gets the mark, it makes a variable. It then takes the value that's in that text box and puts it into mark. It now asks a question. It says, if that mark is greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to 50, then it says the text grade will indicate that the student has passed that particular test. However, if it's not, it says if it's not greater than or equal to 50 or else, it will then indicate a fail. So let's have a look. So if I put my mark in, 89, I'm expecting that to be a pass. I'm going to click on result and I get pass. I do 23 and I click on the result and I get a fail. And let's just check that if I get 50, I should be passing the exam. I do. That's the end of program 6.